Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are on event 5 of World's Strongest Man Heats, and it's the kettlebell throw. So as you can see behind me there, got like a big implement about 16, 17 foot in the air, 4.5 meters for us Brits. And they've got to throw these big kettlebells ranging from like 50 pounds up to 70 pounds, 80 pounds, something like that. So quite a big ask. Got to think what muscles this is working. It's all the posterior chain, it's all like the glutes, the hamstrings, the back, the upper back. Basically every muscle that they just fried on the Conan's wheel is what they're going to need to do the kettlebell toss. So it's going to be a big ask for these guys. In group 1, first up, we've got Konstantin Janashia, Pavlo Kordiaka, Pat Dwyer, Tom Stoltman, Bobby Thompson and Eddie Williams. This group is looking pretty tight so far, so I think this is going to be a big decider. Any one of these guys could be in the stone offs, in my opinion, at this point. So what do you think, Brian?
Yeah, I think 4 times world's strongest man, Brian Short, I just think they should be great, okay? And that's it. Okay.
All right, thanks, Brian. I'll see you soon. Right then, guys, that is Group 1 kettlebell toss done. It was quite intense. In first place was Pavlo, where he did all 6 implements in 18 seconds. Second place was Konstantin Janashia, did 6 in 19. Third place was Tom Stoltman, did them in 22 seconds. Fourth place, Pat Dwyer, 31. Fifth place, Bobby Thompson, 35. And then Eddie Williams did 6 and 36. So everyone managed 6 implements. No one managed that 7th implement. Tom Stoltman, unfortunately, because of the points, he is now in second place, which means he's got to do the stone off. And he is doing the stone off against Bobby Thompson. So Pavlo is straight through to the final. First place with 25 points. Tom Stoltman was second with 20.5. Bobby Thompson third with 20. So it is Bobby Thompson versus Tom Stoltman in the stone off. Now, of course, Tom Stoltman is an absolute animal in the stone offs. We all know that. But mistakes can happen, and that's what Bobby's going to be counting on. He's not going to give up. He's not going to walk away. He's going to go in, and he's going to deliver. He's going to do his best, and if Tom has one little stumble, that's Bobby's chance. So, yeah, Group 1, Pavlo, and we'll find out who's going through to the final later on, which I think will be Tom, but there you go. Group 2 now on the kettlebell. We've got Fadil Al-Masri, Christian John Haraldson, Gavin Bilton, Tom Evans, Luke Stoltman, and Alexei Novikov. Who do I think is going to win this one? Alexei Novikov, and then I think it is going to be Luke or Gavin. And we'll see what Tom Evans can do. Talk's a good talk. See if he can deliver. See you in a minute. Right, that's Group 2 just gone. The winner of that was Gavin Bilton, did 6 in 19 seconds. Luke Stoltman did 6 in 49. Haraldson 5 in 15. Evans 5 in 28. El Masri 4 in 20. And Novikov just did 1 because he's already through to the final, so he doesn't need to tire himself out. Points overall, Novikov on 23. He's straight through to the final. And then in second and third is Luke Stoltman and Gavin Bilton on 21 and 20 points. Evans back in 18 and Haraldson 15.5 and on El Masri on 7.5. So it's Luke Stoltman versus Gavin Bilton in the stone offs. Very torn here because I love them both, and I think that getting through to the final for both men means the absolute world to both of them. So it's going to be a hard watch, but also a good watch, but also a hard watch, but also a horrible watch. Not looking forward to that. I'm going to try and catch up one of those two and just see what the feels are about that, because 2 Britons going up against each other is not nice. Just joined here now with Mr. Gavin Bilton, this 5'2" midget. Mate, that was impressive, man. That is, I think that's the best time. What was the last group? I think that was the best time so far. I think. And I think Pavlo might have been half a second quicker. That was really impressive.
Yeah, I'm not too bad at throwing. I'm not too bad at throwing. I know what I needed to do. I needed to win the event and then get a couple of people in between us to give me the points I needed.
And it worked out.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, Luke did me a massive favour. So yeah.
Awesome. Stone offs against Luke Stoltman. Now, Luke is an opponent for sure going into stones. He's one of the best in the world, like his brother Tom. He'll do it shirtless. He'll do it with virtually no tacky, and probably still do it very well. You yourself are a good stoner as well. Out the stoner, I mean, not stoner. What's the plan of action, man? Because it's so hard. I'm so torn. Two Britons going up against each other, two pals, two people that I know to get through to the final means the world to them. Probably more so yourself than Luke. You know, you've not been there yet. So what's the plan of action for that?
Just stay relaxed, as relaxed as I possibly can be between each stone. Take it one at a time. Don't worry about him. I know he's a very good stone lifter, but you know yourself, Eddie, as soon as you cross that white line, you just want to tear into him. So as nice as we are to each other now, there will, like I said earlier, there'll be sparks and feathers flying everywhere. And you wish him all the best. You want it to be in the best shape, no injuries, so then you beat the best form of that person.
Yeah.
I have never done it, so what have I got to fear? The nerves will be there, but what's the worst that can happen? So, yeah.
That's it. We're all friends till that whistle blows. So, next group coming up. Right, Group 3 coming up. Matthias Kalaskarski, Spencer Remick, Graham Hicks, Aviaj Schmuck-Stellix, Matthew Ragg and Mitchell Hooper. Mitchell Hooper is already through. I don't think he even has to put one stone up. He might have to put one just to absolutely guarantee it. One kettlebell, sorry. So, in my opinion, looking at the points, it's going to be Matthew Ragg versus Aviaj Schmuck-Stellix, as long as there's no massive mistakes. But Graham Hicks has still got a chance. If Graham wins this and Schmuck-Stellix becomes last, he could still get the stone off. So we'll find out. Right then, guys, that's Group 3 just gone. Matthias Kalaskarski, a little bit of redemption there for Matthias. He's the only person so far to get all 7, I think. And he got 7 in 32 seconds, which is a lightning time. Second, Mitchell Hooper, 6 and 17. That was also lightning. Third was Matthew Ragg, 6 and 21. Fourth, Aviaj Schmuck-Stellix, 6 and 25. Remick, 5 and 24. And Hicks, 4 and 20. So the points after that event are Mitchell Hooper on 29. He's straight through to the final. Doesn't have to do anything else. Matthew Ragg on 22.5, Aviaj Schmuck-Stellix 17.5, Matthias Kalaskarski on 14, Graham Hicks on 11.5, and Remick on 10.5. So it's Matthew Ragg versus Schmuck-Stellix. I mean, Schmuck-Stellix is a good stone lifter. He has been in the stone offs 3 times. The first 2 times he didn't make it through. The last time he did. So he's got a decent track record of getting through on the stone offs. Matthew Ragg, big question mark on what Matthew Ragg's going to do on the stones. So that's going to be an interesting one. We have Group 4 next. We've got Gabriel Rahum, Kevin Ferris, Jacko Schoenwinkel, Adam Bishop, Rainer Heinle, and Brian Shaw. Right, that's Group 4 down. Winning that group was Brian Shaw with 7 kettlebells in 48 seconds. Second, Adam Bishop was 6 and 32.2. Jacko Schoenwinkel and 6 and 47. Kevin Fez 5 and 34. Rainer Heinle 5 and 44. And Gabriel Rahum 3 and 14. So points overall. Get this. Jacko Schoenwinkel wins the group with 24 points, which puts him straight through to the final, which means Brian Shaw has got to go up against Rainer Heinle. Brian Shaw was 23.5 points, Rainer was 20.5, Adam Bishop was 14, Kevin Fez 13.5, and Gabriel Rahum 9.5. So Brian versus Rainer. I mean, look at history. Brian is so good at stones. He's got to have a big trip up for Rainer to beat him. But this is strongman. Anything can happen. And, of course, I'm wishing Brian to get through. He's a good pal of mine. But it's going to be fun to watch, that is. Group 5 up next. We've got Paul Smith, Jean Stephen, Stefan Caraboof, Mark Felix, E4, Melstead, Evan Singleton, and Trey Mitchell. So this is going to be an interesting group as well, because the points are still very tight on that. So this is going to be the exciting one. This is still my favourite group. And, geez, I mean, if Trey has to do the stone off against someone, God help him, because Trey is just an absolute animal at stones. Back in a sec. Just going to catch Brian Shaw after his amazing kettlebell run.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome out the next athlete representing Estonia.
Get the towel.
Oh, hi, Brian.
You gonna drink?
No. No, I've got microphones on.
What
What was that? What was that? Feeling good?
I feel great.
Great. Feel great, because I am great. 4 times world's strongest man. Great. Feeling great. That was great.
You just got greatness all over your face.
Man, that was disgusting, by the way. 7. He just did 7. Not many people have done 7. I think there's only one other person. I think Matthias has done 7 kettlebells. And he has literally just wiped sweat all over me. That was disgusting. Catch up in a second. Right then, guys, Group 5 was very interesting. Trey Mitchell did all 7 in 34.42. E4 Melstead did 6 and 27.6. Evan Singleton 6 and 28. Mark Felix 4 and 42. Coco Caraboof 2 and 23, and Paul Smith 1 in 28 seconds. So going through to the final in that group is Trey Mitchell on 26 points, Evan Singleton on 24.5 in second, and E4 Melstead in third on 22.5 way back. Mark Felix on 12.5, Paul Smith on 11, and Coco Caraboof on 8.5. So it's Evan Singleton versus E4 Melstead in the stone off. So stone offs right behind me there. 5 stones, I think, going from 120 up to 180, and then the last stone they just go back and forth. The stone off groups are Tom Stoltman versus Bobby Thompson, Luke Stoltman versus Gavin Bilton, Matthew Ragg and Aviash Mostelis, Brian Shaw and Ryan Heinler, and Evan Singleton and E4 Melstead. So stone offs are next. I'm gonna end this video here, and we're gonna do the stones on the next video, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel for the next video. We're going to see who's going to be in the final of 2023. The people already through to the final, I'll just put these up on the screen, are Pavlo Kordiaka, Alexei Novikov, Mitchell Hooper, Jaco Schoenwinkel and Trey Mitchell. So they're all through to the final. We're going to find out the other 5 that are going through very, very soon. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and probably an hour, 2 hours from now, we'll know who's through to the final with the stone off. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel. Big love. See you in a bit.